Hey, friends, welcome back. Today, I wanted to talk about conscious manifestation, this incredible power that we have access to as these human beings, and just like my perspective on it overall. So, before we get into it, if you are enjoying these fun and practical conversations on the human experience, please be sure to subscribe to this channel to support its growth and more content like this. So, with that said, let's dive right in. So conscious manifestation, it is such an exciting topic. It's something that, it can be a little bit messy. It can feel messy at times just because we have to manage our expectations. I feel like that is one of the most important things when it comes to consciously manifesting something. So, but before we get into all of that, I think it'd be important to rewind and remind ourselves that we are all already master manifestors. And I've talked about this in another video. But from my perspective, we are all already constantly manifesting our external three-dimensional reality based upon our habitual thought patterns, how we are defining our feelings, and then our decisions that we are making when we are attracting certain people, places, things, and conditions into our experience. So I know it is vital for us to have a really strong understanding of the fact that we are all already master manifestors. So that is a very important first step, again, from my perspective and from my own experience, when we are going on this journey of conscious manifestation, is understanding how manifestation works in the first place and that you are already doing it. You are already a master manifester, and being able to genuinely cultivate an overall environment within yourself of harmony, of alignment, of understanding the role your mind and your heart plays in your experience. And I think from there it's far more, it feels more organic and effortless and enjoyable to go on this journey of conscious manifestation because it comes with so many caveats. It is definitely something we have access to. I believe in this power that we have. I know it is something that we have access to, but I also know, again, from my own experience, that it's far more enjoyable when we are able to understand the mechanics of it. So, when we have an understanding, a firm and strong understanding that we are all already master manifestors, it's really fun to go on this journey of conscious manifestation with these caveats. And these caveats, I think, will help alleviate this. We set ourselves up when we go on this journey of conscious manifestation. We absolutely can set ourselves up for disappointment if we don't necessarily understand the mechanics and how conscious manifestation operates. So my intention with sharing this is to sort of alleviate the potential disappointment that we may feel when we go on this quest of conscious manifestation. So, with that all said, the caveats of conscious manifestation to me are, again, managing one's own expectation. And I have found it to be very practical to remind myself that there is a gestation period when we are consciously manifesting something. And that gestation period is the journey, it is the process to the thing. We could call it to the destination if we want. So it's very similar to planting a seed in the ground. You don't plant a seed in the ground and expect it to immediately manifest into whatever plant it is meant to manifest into. None of us would expect that. I think we all have a strong understanding of the process of turning a seed into a plant. So, consciously manifesting something is exactly the same. The seeds are our thoughts through harnessing our imagination, which is such a fascinating topic. Um, because it is a tool that we have access to in the laboratory of our mind, in the garden of our mind. So we are planting these seeds of the thing that we are attempting to consciously manifest. And we have to create the right environment for the seed to thrive and to flourish and to manifest in the three-dimensional reality. So we plant the seed just like we plant a seed in the ground. We don't necessarily fixate on it, we don't obsess over it. We just ensure that it has everything it needs, it has the right environment for this seed to thrive and to flourish. We have to do the same thing when we're consciously manifesting. So we have to create the right environment through talked about this extensively in my other videos, through tuning up our human instruments, right? And we do that by turning our attention inward, taking inventory of our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions, creating harmony and alignment within ourselves, because that is the perfect environment for conscious manifestation. So we don't necessarily fixate so much on the seed, but more so on the environment. So that is our own responsibility to constantly be ensuring that we are creating the right environment for these seeds to thrive and to flourish. And we are able to manage our expectations of, why isn't this thing manifested right now? Why isn't it here right now? Because there is a gestation period for most things to manifest. I don't want to say that it has to always be like this. I do believe, it's not a knowing necessarily at this point, but I do believe it's possible to get to a place where you immediately manifest. I think that takes a lot. I know that would take a lot of work to get to a place to where you trust this power so intensely and so unwaveringly that you are able to attract whatever it is you were consciously attempting to manifest in what feels like such a short period of time. But when we're starting out, and I know it's a great thing to have this gestation period. So just like any other gestation period, for instance, like when we are manifesting a baby, the period in between is preparing us, and it's obviously preparing the new life as well. So that the process, the journey, the in between time, the gestation period is meant for us to strengthen our character, to just align ourselves more deeply and completely to whatever it is we are attempting to consciously manifest. Because when it comes to the mechanics of it, we have to align our frequencies to whatever it is we are consciously manifesting. And odds are, when we see something that we're putting on a pedestal and we're like, this is it, like this is the thing, this is what I want to experience, most likely when you have that in original vision, you're not necessarily aligned to the thing yet. That's an exciting thing. For me personally, I find that to be exciting because there's no limit to what you're able to align your frequencies to. And it's all relative, what is good and what is bad for one person or to the other. But when we are attempting to consciously manifest something, it's usually something that is on a little bit of a higher frequency than we are at this moment. That's a whole rabbit hole of things, but I just want to give like an overall perspective on conscious manifestation. So we have to trust the process, the gestation period, to know that every single day, every step we're taking, everything that is we are experiencing is meant for us to develop and strengthen our character, to be able to more deeply and completely align our internal systems to vibrate, to radiate at the frequency of the thing that we are attempting to consciously manifest. Because the more we are able to do that, the more we are ensuring whatever it is we are consciously manifesting will stick around in our reality. It won't be a fast and furious, easy come, easy go kind of thing. It will be kind of more of a slow and steady wins the race kind of endeavor. And again, it's all relative of what you consider a long time versus what I consider a long time. Sometimes these things take a year, 2 years, 3 years to manifest. But again, the beauty of it is falling in love with the process, with the journey. And it's a trick. It's not something I'm saying is easy. Conscious manifestation can be very messy, like I said at the beginning of this video. But that's what we're here to do. That's the beauty of life. That's the excitement of life. But it's ultimately remembering. I think one of the most important things and helps us really enjoy this process of consciously manifesting is remembering that the same power, the same genius that is responsible for the symphony and the majesty of nature and the genius of the universe, the same power that sets planets in motion and has hung the stars in our night sky. This is the same power that is working on your behalf to consciously manifest, to consciously create your heart's desires in your own personal reality. It is that same genius, life force energy that is working on your behalf. It wants to. It is the one who is having this experience. It is the one that is witnessing your life unfold. So these are things that I find to be very helpful to remind myself of when I'm in the process, in the quest of consciously manifesting, is remembering that who and what I am at the core of my being is that life force energy that is responsible for just the bewildering beauty, the majesty that surrounds me in nature. It knows what it's doing. And my responsibility as the human is to let go of old, limiting, toxic, depleting thought patterns that I picked up from family, from society, from social media. Let that all go. Know that this in between time, this gestation period is preparing me. It is preparing this character to be able to receive the thing and for the thing to stick around. It's not fun when we manifest something fast and furious and it leaves just as fast. It can be fun, but also it's not as fulfilling. It's not as satisfying as manifesting from a place of trust, of knowing and embracing the journey, embracing the gestation period, knowing that when the thing manifests, it is going to stick around. It is going to be something that is a part of your life. So yeah, I feel like that's one of the most important parts when it comes to conscious manifestation is managing our expectations and reminding ourselves of these things, of the gestation period, of who and what is the power that is working on your behalf to manifest these things. And it is the one who is witnessing your life. It is the one who's motivating you. It is the one who has planted these desires in your heart. It wants to experience these things. But I feel like we've really lost we've lost touch a little bit of patience, of understanding that it's not always about instant gratification. Um, and sometimes it's so much sweeter when something is a little delayed. It feels like it's delayed, but it's perfect. You have to trust the timing. It's important. It's just as important as the destination. And to me, I find that to be a very practical way to be able to embrace the journey, embrace that's a tongue twister for me, to embrace the gestation period, to remind ourselves we don't plant a seed in the ground and expect it to instantly manifest into the plant. We don't, instantly manifest a new life. This is kind of the name of the game of this reality, of this world, of this mysterious three-dimensional reality on planet Earth that we have found ourselves in. And I know that conscious manifestation is something that we have access to. And we have the ability to master this skill, this ability through our own individual lives. And through resources like this, I would really recommend looking into the work of Neville Goddard, because this is his specialty. He was a master of conscious manifestation and of teaching about it. And it really sounded like he had gotten to a place where, like I said, I believe it's possible to get to a place where it feels almost instantaneous when you manifest, but you have to be aligned to the thing. But I know it's possible if you get to a place where your trust in this power is so unwavering, even if it instantly manifests, it will stick because you are vibrating at the highest frequencies possible through having unwavering trust in the power that lives within you and that is you. The thing is also, another thing is, and it kind of goes hand in hand with ensuring that we are aligned on the same frequency of the thing that we are manifesting, is you have to believe it with every fiber of your being that this thing that you are attempting to consciously manifest is possible for you in your life, with every fiber of your being. I know there's a lot of conversations out there about, no, you don't have to necessarily believe. And that is fine and great. If that works for you, more power to you. From my experience, from my just everything that I've experienced, it feels more enjoyable and just feels more effortless when I do believe it with every fiber of my being. And it's possible. I know it's possible. Um, so yeah, I think that's it. That's really the main things when it comes to conscious manifestation, is understanding that you are already a master manifester. You're already doing it. So once you really take on the responsibility and take the time and the effort that it takes to tune up your human instrument from the inside out, create that right environment within yourself of harmony and alignment, it is really from there. That is your foundation upon which you are able to consciously manifest in a fun way that doesn't feel stressful, because it is from there. So you've created the foundation, you've created the environment, and now you're planting the seeds, which you do through your thoughts, your imagination. And it is understanding the gestation period, understanding the time between. And from there, not necessarily being so fixated on the seed, on the destination, but more so being fixated on creating the right environment, creating and maintaining the right environment for that seed to thrive and to flourish and to eventually manifest in the three-dimensional. And that is our responsibility. That is you managing your expectations through reminding yourself of these things and fixating on the environment versus the seed, and knowing that every day, every step, every breath is aligning you more genuinely and more completely to whatever it is you were consciously attempting to manifest. And when it comes to you, it's going to feel so effortless. You're going to almost forget the time in between and the journey there. Because when it happens, it feels so sweet. It feels so satisfying. It feels effortless. Um, but our responsibility again, and you always have to be aligning, creating that harmony, tuning up your instrument, ensuring you have the right environment, not only for the thing to come, but for the thing to stick. So yeah, conscious manifesting is such an exciting thing. It's an incredible power we have access to. And I love talking about it. I'm still personally working on mastering this ability. Um, yeah, so I think those are the most fundamental things that I have personally from my own experience learned are the most vital thing. So setting the foundation, planting the seeds, and then managing your expectations through managing your internal environment. And it is from there you will witness the things that you are consciously attempting to manifest unfold in the most in ways that are beyond your comprehension, the way that they will manifest in the three-dimensional. So, yeah, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to leave them below. I am the most grateful that you dropped by. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will catch you in the next one.